So ladies, y'all ever dated a dude that was like jealous and shit, all in your business, following you around? Ladies, clap if you ever dated a motherfucker like that at least once in your life. Alright? Well, that's me. That's me. I got trust issues, man. I feel like when I'm in a relationship, don't say shit to my girl. Like I could have stayed single. I ain't with all that extra shit. Like you ever heard of a Secret Santa? How much does a Secret Santa get? About $10, $15? My girl come up in the house with an iPad. I'm like, well, who in the fuck bought you an iPad? She thought it was a Secret Santa. Sound like a secret nigga to me.
What's going on, y'all? This is The Joke Before the Laugh, and I'm your host, Chaunte Wayans. I'm here with my co-host,
David Jackson.
Hey.
What's up?
And we got a very special guest, one of my favorite people in this game, Kevin Tate. He is a comedian, actor, writer, and so much more, and he's here with us today. Kevin Tate, what up, my man?
I'm good. What's up, Chaunte?
What's good? Yo, you crazy, bro.
Yes. Yo, I'm glad I'm here. You right.
I love that you honest with the craziness.
100%.
He's saying what we're thinking.
Right.
No, the clip was crazy, man. You know, but yeah, that's truth, man. I think there's a lot of that, man. The truth is the funny is in the truth, for real.
Oh, absolutely. And you've been doing this for over 10 years, right?
It's been over 10 years at least.
Yeah.
At least over 10 years.
Was that how you started off?
As far as my comedy,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, though, Chaunte. I used to try to write a joke.
Yeah.
Right? And writing a fucking joke is hard as hell. Whoever wrote Why Did the Chicken Cross the Road was a brilliant motherfucker.
Brilliant.
Like, whoever, that's a real joke.
Yeah.
And like, nah, man, I used to try to write jokes. I was like, damn, da-da-da-da. And I would have some success in that until I just chilled out for a minute and just added a pinch of truth.
Yeah.
And then kind of like just expanded from there, though.
That's what I want to talk about. What was the realization of, I'm going to just tell my truth?
Well, kind of like to what you're saying as far as like the funny behind the joke. For me, once I started telling the truth just a little bit, and lately I've inched a lot more into it, but like I felt like it gave me passion, right? Because if I saw a fight happening in the street, for real saw it, and you asked me about it, I'd tell you. And I'd be animated.
Yeah.
Motherfucker start choking him out of nowhere, motherfucker. Then he came out and pulled the shoe. The bitch started hitting him with a boot. The bitch pulled her boot off and started hitting him with the boot. And I would tell you, and I would notice when I tell people stories that I actually saw, I'm more passionate, I'm more real, I'm a less scripted, right? So I started to kind of like come up with some of my bits like that.
Do you still write down your truths? Like let's say you saw something in live. Do you still write that down in like some semblance of a structure so you know how you want to tell it?
Well, honestly, now, I mean, and this is nobody else's journey, but for me, I don't write a lot. I don't pick up a pen anymore and write, but I did. I got tons and tons of notebooks of jokes, right? But now I've experienced it and see how I can create something where I live through that, right? So very rare do I pick up a pen and pad and sit and look in the sky and think a joke gonna fall out. A lot of times it don't happen that way, and if it does, the crowd can sense it. True comedians can sense it. True connoisseurs of funny can sense it. So I just kind of take it out the sky, and once you get that, it'll sit in my brain, and I'm like, I'm gonna build on it. Some of that shit don't come out for weeks. Yeah. Right? So for that, that's kind of how I do it. So no, I don't necessarily have a pad.
Interesting. If I don't write them down, it's gone.
Yeah, but you've been doing stand-up for how long?
10 years now.
Oh,
yeah. Because I'll take it. Some things I may come up with randomly and just type them in my phone, but I'm not typing out a joke. I'm typing out a bullet point. You know what I mean?
That could be a gift and a curse, because when you're in the moment, first of all, you are very animated in what you do, and I think that adds levels to it. You know, I do a little bit of animation, but I understand why you get standing ovations. You know what I'm saying? Because that build up it's crazy. But a lot of people in this game would say you not writing it down is is not always the best way to go about it. But also,
But he's also using the whole stage as an instrument.
Sure.
I've noticed that, like
100% as an
he's
instrument.
playing the walls, the
Yeah,
strings,
yeah.
The notes are over here on this side of the stage. Like you're using the whole stage as an instrument.
I believe
That's
that it takes the
different.
juice out of it. Once you write it down on paper, and I'm a Gemini, so
yeah. Oh, we all Geminis here.
Oh, whoa, for
yeah.
real?
That's crazy.
Turn up.
We all Geminis.
So we can overthink things. Sometimes we can think ourselves out of a joke.
Absolutely.
We can take the juice out of it by trying to make it perfect. So if I put a bullet point, by the time I get on stage, I let my body, my talent, my whatever comes, take it to where it needs to go. I don't rehearse physical comedy. Like I'm not like, and then I could do this.
Right.
You know, like fucking kick the stool down. Yeah, that'll get them.
Right.
I just go with my passion and let that gift take.
When you say it like that, that makes it all bad. But I don't have a problem with that. What I would think it would become a problem is when you're trying to shoot a special, or when you're putting anything out, you always go, "Damn, I could have added more. Sure. I could have did more."
100%.
So you, it's not like, put it this way: once you put a joke on any platform, is it over?
Well, to me, I don't believe that. I don't believe that it's over. Now, there are some things that I said that's been on platforms that I don't say anymore. Mm-hmm. But I also believe that the world is changing. There's people that was doing comedy in 2007, 2005. It's like, I can't do that. Man, ain't nobody watching beta tapes no more, bro. That shit is, bring that shit back. That shit is, yo, the one shit you did with the peacock and the nose, all that shit is brand new again.
Yep.
Right? And I think sometimes as comedians, we try to stick to rules. This is what it's supposed to be, and we listen to vets, and we listen to this comedian. This is how it's supposed to go. Once you put it on the platform, all right, look, man, let me walk my journey, and I'm gonna do it like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it like this. Everybody, it's 1 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, I'm not gonna put it on 2 specials.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I might not say, all right, I'm gonna do this special, put it out, then put out a new special and have the same bitch. No, I wouldn't do that. But it's comedians that won't even do live shows with shit that they seen. It's a new day.
That's great. Well,
Yeah.
people are smarter now too. Like so now there's a little bit of freedom, and I can post this bit. Also, people know that this bit is going to expand. This bit's going to grow, and they get to watch the process now.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not so dumb as to be like, oh, I can't believe he's still doing that.
Yeah.
Like they understand how the process goes a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think that's the reason why like I wanted to do this kind of podcast, because I do feel like a lot of things expand and there's so much you could put out there in the growth of a joke. So stemming in from the joke that we was just listening to on the opening, what you call that shackling up? That was Valentine's Day.
Trust issues. Well, on that particular show and that particular bit about trust issues, you know, it started out, Chaunte, I used to do this bit about, my bit started out, check it out, it started out, be like, yo, make some noise if you in a relationship. And the crowd was like, ah. And I'd be like, fuck relationship. Right? Because it ain't no trust.
Yeah.
My girl hanging over my shoulder. I'm in my phone. My girl hanging over my shoulder. Tomorrow. What you gotta hide? I gotta hide your ass. Right? So all my shit used to be about my girl's trust issues. How she would always be right? And then I thought about it over time, and I'm like, but really though, I got some of that shit.
Yeah.
And that's when the truth came out. And to be honest, at that time, we talking 2010, 2011, when I finally had that light bulb.
Yeah.
People wasn't doing that. Now it's all over the place. Nobody
Yeah.
has a problem saying they have trust issues.
Yeah.
At that time, a man coming out talking about,
Right.
you got trust issues. Who
Insecure?
is this dude?
Yeah.
You insecure?
Yeah.
Right? That was different. And I think what I found was that turned into being my niche, my thing. Like, oh, this dude shocks. It's a shock factor. Oh, it's him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. And most guys are like that. All guys are like that, right?
100%.
100%. We're all like that, but we're too ashamed. Men just wasn't doing it. Now it's everywhere in the skits, on the stage. Nobody
Yeah.
has a problem saying that. So that joke didn't start out with me. It started out with me going on and on and on about how my girl just didn't trust what I do, and she didn't trust this, and she going through my phone. And I'm like, but really?
You like that shit.
No, I hate that shit. But it's me. Like, but it's me though.
Nobody like that.
But it's really me.
Yeah.
Right? I have the same feelings about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like walking in the restaurant, the dude in front of us try and stop and hold the door. I'm like, my nigga, we good. I got it.
Yeah.
You can let the door swing back, fam, bam. Like, all of those things are whether men say it or not, we feel it. You know? So
1,000,000%.
that's kind of where that strive from. So I was able to build from that.
With you, first of all, do you remember the moment where you realized, oh, that's me, and I need to put it from my angle?
That's an amazing question, Chaunte. Because if we're gonna put a time stamp on it, I remember doing the show. This sounds crazy, but this was so long ago. I did a show at this spot called Mavericks Flat, and there was a guy. He said he used to manage Richard Pryor or something. I wish I knew his name. And he came to me, and when I got on stage, he was like, "Yo, don't have a problem, you know, being a butt of the joke. Don't have a problem losing." And it didn't mean nothing at the time. I'm like, what's this dude talking to me? All right, bet, whatever. I had people saying I did good. But if I can say the moment, it was more just a time when I just was like, man, I just was, I used to feel like, man, let me just try this. What if I was the problem? Let me just flip it. And really be honest, it probably was just a thought one day. I was like, let me try it. And once that beat worked, I was like, let me try something else. Oh, y'all like this?
Yeah.
Oh, it just kind of went on and on from there. All I need is one laugh.
Yeah.
I showed up in LA with no jokes. Like, I didn't do comedy like that in Detroit. I'm from Detroit. But once I had one joke, like a joke that went, you know, you could tell who you are in a relationship by what your girl saved your name as on her cell phone.
Yeah.
I picked up my girl on the phone and looked at it. It said, "This nigga." And Chaunte, I only had 2 minutes of comedy. Really, 60 seconds. And people would be like, "You got 10 minutes." And I'd be like, "What?" And I'd do 3, but I would tell that joke, and then I can get a laugh, and that gave me the confidence to keep doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
So it's like an HP bar. Like, get a little HP up front.
That's
Yeah.
all I need.
I can work with that. I can cook with that until it goes down.
And that
so
would
I get
be
another
my
one.
close. As soon as it start getting shifty, I tell that joke and say, "All right, God bless, good night."
Yeah.
Producer in the back, like, "My nigga, you got 8 more minutes." I'm finna go. They like that. And I had merch too. So
He was selling merch
hilarious.
2 days in the
Off 2
stand
minutes.
up.
the comedy. I had motherfucking CD tapes.
That's a game plan.
But,
though.
Right.
but truthfully, I couldn't tell you the actual moment when I was like, but I knew that was the process. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, this is different. Because I took David Arnold's, rest in peace, I took David Arnold's comedy class. And even then, I wasn't doing that. I still got clips from that.
Yeah.
When I was just talking about random things. And, you know, it kind of clicked after that.
That's a great. It's a great angle because, well, what was the fear behind bringing up that you had trust issues, or if you could speak to the men, what was the fear?
Because men are macho. Men are macho. You can't admit that you are really secretly like, I don't want this dude talking to my girl, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want you out here like that. All y'all niggas coming up here, everybody turn into a gentleman when your girl come around.
Right.
I just want to toast the room, clink,
Right.
clink, clink. I got champagne. No, we good over here with these Modelo's.
Right.
Nigga. We don't. And she tapped me. I like champagne. No, you don't like champagne. So every man is like that because men always try to swell up when your girl come around. And that's a truth. And once I tapped into that and got one giggle, one laugh, I just stayed in that lane because that's true to me.
Yeah.
Right now, a lot of the jokes are maybe a little bit embellished, the actual funny of it.
Yeah.
But the truth is I don't play that shit with my girl. Keep it moving. And I think men can relate to that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean that's part of what makes comedy such a fun, like, creative act. Is like a lot of it is things that we all are experiencing and thinking about every day. And so if you figure out how to articulate that or tap into that stream of consciousness, everybody got it. So you're just tapping in. Everyone's like having a moment of catharsis as soon as you say that out loud. You're just like, damn, I did think that.
Yeah.
Right? And it's straight, it
You
doesn't
know.
choose a side. Like the men, a lot of times, I'm gonna tell you, my aesthetics, men are walking me on stage. I walk on stage, men are like, oh, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he just like us.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with him. And the women fuck with it for various reasons. So I just found a little lane that I believe personally has opened up a lot of lanes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did it open up more vagine coming your way? Because I
What
that's
do you mean
what
by
I
that? That's a fancy word on the fucking podcast.
That's-
Chaunte
Yo.
threw that at me.
I'm saying, like, I would think that the fear behind talking about being jealous and trust issues would be like you would lose women, as far as like they would be afraid to
Right. No,
want to
women love
date you.
that.
I feel like they'd be
Women love
into
Turned
it.
on?
Yeah,
know-
like,
Well, you know,
oh,
I don't
he's-
date y'all.
he's
so I don't know.
vulnerable about
I don't know
his-
what these women like in these streets anymore
about
with
his
dudes.
insecurity.
She's going in the
Yeah,
street.
yeah.
No, women love that. As much as they, maybe he crazy. Bitch, he mine though.
Yeah.
He my gorilla.
Or if they say he's stupid, like
Yeah.
if the girl says, "Oh, he's stupid,"
Yeah. That it's
Yeah.
over.
To this day,
Game.
right, to this day,
Game.
I have women come up to me. You really like that? Are you really? You cool? You funny? But are you really like
Yeah.
that? Like, yeah. That's how I'm gonna love on you. You know. And women like that sense of protection, that sense of care, that
Yeah.
sense of attention to the regular. Because you know, women get hit on all day.
Yeah.
Right. So to know they got a crazy gorilla
Yeah.
in the back, they love that. So yeah, it works to my favor on both ends.
I don't think you should be getting me this drink because my man.
Yeah, they
But-
want that. But I'm gonna take it anyway. Just put it over there. These women get on my fucking nerves. Just put it over there. I get it.
Do you feel like once you tapped into that side? Because I know I like to sometimes get into stuff because I feel like it's gonna take me. It's gonna add to my story. I know.
What do you mean get into stuff? Toxicity
Well,
coming.
it
over
is
the-
toxicity, but when I was drinking, I found myself doing things or putting myself in situations.
Consciously.
So possibly, when I look back at it now, I go, I think I was doing some of that shit on purpose.
What you was looking for?
It's just more adding. For instance, like, because you start dipping into more stuff. Like, I've been to jail. That was a hard time, right? But then you start going like, put it this way. When I had to go again, I wasn't as afraid because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go in there with some, come out with some
man.
jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna go cook. Let me go cook.
I'm about to go here and cook. I'm about to I got these bitches this time.
and I just be studying shit, bro. I took a job.
hilarious.
I took a job,
That's funny as shit.
but
I'm about to get 30 minutes.
when I was touring with my uncles and stuff like that, and then I came back home, I still will go do Postmates. It has nothing to do. I mean, money coming in is money coming in, but it wasn't really about that. It's the characters. It's all these people I meet when I'm delivering stuff.
100%.
It's definitely the human experience. Which, to be honest, I think sometimes you know how you feel like, damn, I ain't been writing.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just need to live a little more.
yeah,
Just live a little more.
That's
Let
the
some
word.
old shit happen.
yeah,
You right? Get past it.
That's a word.
Like sometimes you just have to live a little more. Like just, you don't come out and say, you know what, I'm not writing for 2 months. But sometimes we get in a funk or life happens and let that life happen.
Right, fill your cup up.
yeah.
Fill your cup up. Now, when you come out passionate, and I believe the truth brings passion.
Yeah.
Because when you tell a joke from passion, sometimes you don't know where the fuck it might go.
Yeah.
Right? You be like, man, I'm so happy about this. And I tell newer comedians when they talk to me, I'm like, yo, find something that you're passionate about and talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? You might not be able to write it on the pad, but if you like, man, these motherfuckers always trying to put the thing down at the grocery store. They always trying to put the little thing like, bitch, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
get them little Quaker oat patties, bitch, with no
Right.
sugar, and to be another motherfucking thing, bitch, I really was supposed to be in front of you. Like, the passion comes out, and before you know it, you saying something that is just true to you.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes we lose a lot of bits because we said it that night and don't remember. But our passion is what I think should connect to every bit.
Yeah.
Every bit.
I feel that. Well, from what I was saying before, do you feel like do you pay extra attention to your crazy now and your trust issues?
Yeah. The crazier part about it, the more I tell it, the more it's like therapy. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you don't have to.
You
You really don't fucking have to.
you
be
healed
like this.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I fuck around and heal myself like, this ain't even my passion. I'm like, what the fuck? But to this day, as a man, you know, certain things still stand. Like, if I'm with my girl, all that kikiing with all that laughing, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas want to do push-ups, contests, and shit, you know, so in front of your girl. So that's still there. But honestly, telling that joke over and over or creating that point of view, expressing that point of view so long, you begin to detach from it and be like, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still don't play about my girl. Which camera is mine? Don't even
Yeah.
fucking try it. I still ain't playing.
That's interesting you said that because it does. I was just thinking the other day. I was like, man, it doesn't matter if you're writing or if you're think about it. There's a journaling aspect to stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Like you were just saying, it's like you think about it so much and you've thought about it from so many different angles that you've unwound this knot of whatever passion you want to call
100.
it. Yeah. I just unwound the knot over the last 3 years, just thinking about this 18,000 different ways.
Yeah.
Right. And it still
figured it out.
sits there. The good part about it, once you unwind that knot, it doesn't float away from you because it's still based in your truth. Hey, look, all right, fuck it. I'm not gonna argue with you for buying my girl a drink. But motherfucker, you know, like I still don't play
Right. Still don't fuck
about
with
my
you.
girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's wild.
100%.
Is there any joke that you shelved because it just wasn't working, or do you just say screw it? Do you drop jokes?
Do I drop jokes? Shelf them is a better word.
Yeah.
I remember doing a contest when I first started at Flappers. They had a comedy contest.
Uncle
Flappers
Joe's
Urban.
comedy contest.
And I did a set, and they judged me. And at the end, they was like, yo, that was a good set. This joke was here, this joke was there. But you had this one joke that was here. He said, hey, either get it up to here or get rid of it. If you're not going to get, because you got this a 10, this a 10, now this is a 6. If you can't get that 6 up, throw it away. And so I thought about that. So I have bits now, if I look at old videos or open a book and be like, damn, I can tell that joke better, not because the words have changed. I'm a better comedian now.
Yeah.
Right? I can tell it better because I'm a better comedian. I know how to take, so I've had a joke, I used to tell a joke about the way I manage money. I have a problem managing money. Like I'm the type who fuck up money and shit and make money and just blow it. And I can remember going into a store and I was like, I was buying a Hawaiian Punch. I went to go buy a Hawaiian Punch. And the Hawaiian Punch might have been like $1.12 with tax. But I only had $1. And the guy at the counter, right, was really tripping and shit. He like, I can't give it to you. You need 12 cents. I was mad than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I went off, made some money, and came back, had some money. Walked up in the store, let me get all the Hawaiian Punches in it, and blew it all on Hawaiian Punch. I stopped telling that joke because I didn't know how to tell it then.
Yeah.
I had dumb shit like Applebee's would call me and shit like, somebody tripping on your account because they give you I got so bad that the accounts would tell me, I would get like, somebody's fraudly doing things. Man, because I couldn't manage it, and then I'm at Applebee's. I'm like, let me get some extra sauce. And they was charging me for it. I got alert. This motherfucker tripping over at Applebee's.
Wow.
Right? So those are jokes that I told way back.
Yeah.
That I didn't have the beat, the stage presence, the confidence. But I would tell these jokes. Now just here, and that came right off the top right there.
Yeah.
That's a real joke. But it popped to my mind when you asked that question because I went in the store and just still blew the money to let him know, motherfucker, I got it. You'll never play me over. Give me all the money. I looked up, ain't had nothing. I'm sitting up with a case of Hawaiian Punches and shit. They had to roll it out to my car. Nigga, I'm
That's
back
hilarious.
broke. Yeah, so bits like that I have. And I, now that you say that, and now that I speak on that, that'll be back out. But because, so I do, to your question, I do have jokes that didn't necessarily work. Even my joke, I do a joke about Facebook. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure, you may see it. I be talking about how I'm checking my girl Facebook page, whatever. But there was a time the joke used to be, man, I got banned on Facebook because I like too many pictures. This was the joke. This is how it started out. Man, banned on Facebook right now. Yeah, they got me for liking too many of my girl. I mean, they got me for just all over my girl page. They got me and they banned me because I'm doing too much. That's what it was. The gist of it. I don't even remember it anymore.
Yeah.
But the gist of it was, I was doing this. I was just random shit, but it didn't really have. But once I connected it to trust issues, like, you know what, I'm on.
Yeah.
And it play out how it play out. I'm sure y'all have seen
Oh
it. So,
man, it's one of the funniest
It's hilarious.
bits. That's like a 10 minute, 15-minute bit.
Yeah, it goes. And people, sometimes I don't even tell that joke anymore. But what I'm learning is kind of to the point where you was like, yo, once you put it on a special, you don't say it. And then you do a show, you do an arena, you do a theater. And then you got a line of people like, motherfucker, I brought my girl, you ain't do the one shit.
Yeah.
You ain't do the goddamn, you ain't do the. And so even though you can't necessarily get connected to that, people really buy tickets.
They want to see the Billboard hits.
They
You know
want
what
to see your
I'm
hits.
I thought that was always
Yeah.
in music.
That's I
No.
mean,
Because somebody did say that to me after once we did They Ready, I was trying to go do shows from pure scratch.
No
And
way.
people was like, nah, just you could do your whole set if you want. And I was like, nah, man. But I think it's once it's out, I lost like it wasn't
like
fun
energy.
anymore.
It was like, excuse my, it's like defecation.
yeah. Yeah.
Like, why would I go in the toilet and look for some shit?
Right.
But the people are showing up for the shit.
yeah.
They're like, yo,
That's
we only
wow.
bought tickets because you do. This is why we paid for the ticket.
it's our
We're-
favorite 3 tracks
We want
off
to hear
the album.
You think Bobby Brown gonna show up and do a concert and don't do my prerogative?
No, but that's music.
I'm mad as no, but that's
But
what I'm saying.
that's music.
And
is
so what
music.
you do is sometimes, to me, you take those same elements from art.
Yeah.
You take those elements from art and it goes across genres. Like, for the same thing I just said, we finally get to see Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown been out for 30 years and we finally get tickets.
Yeah.
They ain't never played Tenderoni. Like, damn.
Oh, I'll be mad.
Right? So
Heated.
people
Yeah.
get this, you feel me though?
Heated.
People see you in real life. And the only reason, I know you got 1,000 jokes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But you gotta do the one shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I believe comedians listen to comedians. Comedians perform for comedians. And that to me, I feel like it's a flaw. Because we follow these rules that, who the fuck got rules?
Yeah.
There's no rules in this game. People want to tell you, this is how you do it. There's a comedian, I won't even say his name, and you know him too, but we go back and forth sometimes because on shows, he always be like, yo, you did that bit? Man, you got to do this bit. You got to, look, let me tell you
Don't
something.
tell me.
This is Hollywood. You don't get to keep failing out here.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't just keep having mediocre sets because you got some shit you got on a notepad. Right? And it's a lot of game for the podcast. A lot of the shit I'm gonna start putting in my pocket and keeping it. Because I'm like, man,
Write a book, man.
yeah, man, word up.
Yeah.
Right? So like you sit up in here and you want to be this cool person with 1,000 jokes. But them jokes ain't tuned up. But you show up and do what you do, and people like, that motherfucker funny. Because in Hollywood, you can get known for being funny,
Yeah.
or you can get known for being unfunny. Either one, they won't forget.
Yep.
Damn.
Right?
That's
Damn.
a bar. That's bars.
Either way, they won't forget. So why you trying to be Dave Chappelle, or why you trying to be Eddie Murphy, or all
Yeah.
these comedians? You still gotta get where you gotta get. You gotta get. You're not there, and every night is a different crowd for the most part. Until you see that one motherfucker that saw you wore that outfit yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, nigga, this outfit is featuring. So I'm gonna tell you, this sweater is featuring this whole month. I just got this motherfucker. If you've seen it, this outfit is featuring this month.
I
a dope
love it.
sweater.
It's dope.
That's a dope-
That's his
that's your
brand.
merch?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
my brand. Motivate Everybody.
I love
Be
that
yourself
sweater.
out loud.
I love it, yeah.
MotivateEverybody.com.
He got that. You started doing that during the lockdown, during COVID.
You know what's crazy? No. So I don't know if you remember, Chaunte, I'm sure you do. But when I first showed up, it's crazy, the evolution of me, the evolution of my brand. I showed up out here and I used to wear a shirt. Well, right before I left Detroit, it would say Kevin Tate is. This was before Instagram.
Yeah.
Kevin Tate is, ... Kevin Tate is. And then I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna get a silhouette. I used to have my face. And the lady at the swap meet was like, oh, you should make it a silhouette. She was
Yeah.
an Asian lady. I'm like, okay.
That was a horrible accident,
not- yeah.
by the way.
That was a horrible
horrible
Hey,
accident.
look, I'm not
I was like, she Mexican or Asian?
Right.
She
No,
brown.
but
I would have been
wearing
racist though.
I would start wearing my logo, my silhouette, and I would sell it to people. And people would buy it if I did a show. That was my merch. And then one day, 2009, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm like, man, because everybody was like, who is that? I'm like, that's me. Who is that? That's me. And one night, I just kind of woke up in the middle of the night, like, me.
Yeah.
Reached down on the pad, it was right there, M-E. And I just put that shit down.
I love that.
And then I was like, I'm going to change it. Now when I sell merch, instead of a person taking a shirt home with my face on it or my silhouette that eventually they're going to be stopping to sync with, I got a shirt to say me. Not only is it a conversation piece,
Yeah.
but everybody can wear it.
Yeah.
So, once I started doing that, this is my nonprofit, it's everything. It's
I love that.
That's a lot of information. Chaunte, you
Beautiful.
getting all the stuff.
Listen, man,
You getting all
look,
the
you
juice,
know,
brother.
we getting the juice. We wrapping up
Yeah,
soon.
that's
But
what this is about. Motivate everybody. Be yourself out loud. The only way to be.
yeah, I'm trying to get you sales.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
more
word up.
sales because I know you selling out there,
Yeah.
but
Yes, yes.
I'm trying to put that money,
Yes.
flowing in your
I
pocket.
need that.
You talked about different having different audiences and being that, always putting your best foot forward pretty much. What is there a disconnect, or do you ever feel down if a joke works doesn't work in a particular place?
Good question.
Well, it is a great question. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't have those because I don't tell jokes that ain't. I do tell jokes that ain't popular because what I attach to each joke is my personality.
Yeah.
Right? People don't bomb their personality, right? Because every joke don't work.
Yeah.
But your person, so if they boo you off stage, they're booing your personality. It's not so much that joke didn't work all the time. So for me, if I have a joke, you wouldn't know it. If it didn't work, they didn't laugh, and I'm just like, and another thing,
Yeah.
and keep it moving. So you're saying your question was, do I not say it again? Does it bother me?
No, not say it again, but when it works at particular places, if you go somewhere else and try it, does it sit in your head? Are you trying to figure out, like, is it a word or were you too long? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think that's what's interesting about your set, because watching it, you'll say trust issues here, like in and out, but it's a long bit. And people don't get tired of what you're talking about.
Right.
So I guess I'm coming from the angle of just asking, like, do you have that moment of going, damn, like it worked here? Like, what is that? And then figuring out that process.
Well, honestly, no. I don't have those moments because it's connected to my truth. I saw that fight. So I believe I saw that fight.
Yeah.
So I'm not telling this, I don't tell jokes to see if it's funny. I just tell it. I just tell it with my passion. So that in turn helps me not have those moments. The jokes that by the time I tell a joke, I believe it. And you gotta believe it to tell it.
Amen.
So I don't tell jokes that I don't believe in. I tell jokes that I believe is so funny that if you don't laugh, I don't go home thinking, shit, I gotta fix that. No. Right? And also I can't honestly tell you I've said a joke that didn't nobody laugh.
Yeah.
Right? If I get one laugh, I'm keeping my bit.
Yeah.
Y'all stupid. Now that could be my delusion, right? But I live in delusion.
We all do a little bit.
Yeah, I live in delusion.
I mean,
if I'm
damn.
gonna judge my jokes based on what y'all think, then I'm in trouble. I'm only telling you the things that I think is funny. I'm not telling you things to figure out if you think it's funny.
Period.
Hey, I think this shit is funny, so I'm about to tell y'all. And if y'all don't laugh, all right, fine, that's fine. I think it's funny. I wouldn't have never told you.
Right. When the same thing with acting too. It's like you show up to an audition, for example, for like a casting director or a director, whoever. You all you can do is show like your version of this character, right?
Yeah.
Confident.
If you go into an audition thinking like trying to guess what you think the casting director is looking for and just try like you lost yourself. Like so now you're showing up not only not as yourself but also a bullshit version of yourself that's probably not going to get the job.
Yeah.
So you might as well show up as yourself anyway.
I'm
This
keeping
is-
that goddamn
Yeah, I'm listen,
Take
and
that.
but see, that's so weird because you're so confident, and you the crazy thing is those are two different types of audience, and you have more people in a stand-up show than the 2-3 people in the room that you may or may not see again. You know what I'm saying? So that now you're dipping into confidence or whatever the case may be when it comes into that acting.
It's all confidence, and I didn't know that early. I did. It's funny because I did a. I'll never forget. Way back, I did a audition for Sprint, and the directions was, hey, you're gonna hit this ball, and it's gonna go in. It's gonna go in the water. You're golfing. You're gonna hit the ball, and it's gonna go in the water. So I'm thinking, what the fuck do I do? What can I do? And I failed so horribly at this. Do you know I'm sitting up in a room, small room, 2 people sitting on the couch right there, watch me. So I hit the ball, it goes in the water, apparently, and I run and dive over the table. in the middle of the audition, dive over the table like I'm diving in the water. They like,
Whoa.
okay. Thank you for coming. I'm like, what? But I made
You made an impression.
I made an impression, but not only that, I made a choice. Right? It was a horrible choice to dive over a table with two white people sitting over there. Like, God.
You scared them?
That scared the shit out of me. Like, all right, cool. We'll call you. Don't leave your number, please. But we'll call you.
Yeah.
Don't ever come back. You got parking?
I like that choice though.
Can I just tell you, I gotta say this choice because
I want to know.
I was doing a commercial audition. And first of all, I forgot that I had the audition at the time I had it. So I had to go find stuff. And the audition was for a football fan, an extreme football fan. So I go and I'm thinking in my head, oh, I got to get the team that they're talking about, all this stuff. So I go get this. And my hair was in an afro. The point is, I said, how can I make myself stand out? So I went and got makeup to put the colors of the team on my face. And I walk in and I see Buddy Lewis.
Oh God.
I see people that I know and everybody, they random stuff, random jerseys, all this stuff. Oh. And to be the only person in this light, on one hand, I go, if I get this, I stood out.
Yep.
And the other hand, it's like the minute I walked in, I go, yeah, I should just leave. I should just leave. But it's weird because casting and stuff, they like to dress you sometimes themselves. Like, don't get too much into the vision versus like the character. Anyway.
That's a long drive home with paint on your face.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It took 2 days to get off. I was like, oh, you gonna make me remember this horrible trans. But this was years ago.
Broke out a little bit. Like, yeah, I did this audition.
Listen, but that's one of the issues about having famous relatives too who give you advice. Because, it's a different level. Marlon all day to tell you, go, man, if they say pick up a white t-shirt, you pick up a brown one. And like Marlon will sabotage your stuff, but it's
Your
stuff
whole life.
he can do. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, nah, I go in, you gonna get this, you gonna get that, and it hasn't worked yet, Uncle Marlon.
Hilarious and quite candid. Yeah. You even mentioned that. Your brothers how you fucked up. Oh, yeah, get polka dots. They said stripes, though. No, bitch, you get polka dots. We gonna show these motherfuckers, fuck your stripes and your little direction sheet. Y'all gonna deal with these polka dots.
He'd be like, I ain't get it, but you was yourself. You did what you know, nigga.
You didn't follow
You heard it?
Yeah.
I changed the script. I was like, they said they love this.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Kevin, you dropped so much info in bars, and I feel like this episode was partially for me and things that I think about and allow to affect me. But everything you said is real. And when I'm in that confidence and don't care and I know it's funny, it always goes well. Always goes well.
It does. When you, because I'm gonna tell you, man, Chaunte, I'm telling you, since way back, since the ha-ha, like I've always saw you, and I always felt like she is so funny. You have a different delivery. Your delivery is chill. Like you were funny on the special on Netflix. You were funny back then when you used to talk about, having to be the man.
Oh, yeah, man.
No, but that was so true to you that it would roll off like, oh, shit, I guess I got to pump this gas. That shit funny, bro. That is so funny. I've always held you in high standards because I always felt like that. Your writing was connected to your truth, and it's all. Not once I found out you was a Gemini, I'm like, she fucking awkward and off. You're just offbeat. You're offbeat in your brilliance and your writing, and I always done it. But at the same time, as Geminis, and sometimes not only Geminis but comedians, we have that insecure side to us. These people. A cast room is no different than a room of 200. Right. What people can tell. If you're confident and unconfident, right? And they want to follow the confident. If we find out you're not confident, we're going to judge you. If we find out you are confident, we're going to judge ourselves. See what I'm saying?
The audience is like wasps. Like wasps can smell fear. They'll come after you if they feel any ounce of fear.
That's a great analogy because I used to use dogs. I used to say
Okay.
dogs is
Yeah,
I didn't know
same
wasps.
thing.
Could,
Wasps can smell fear. Literally smell the fear pheromone.
that's
Audiences are the
wow.
same
Pheromone
way.
is fear.
There's a fear pheromone that you emit. Like if you're scared and you're sweating, you will emit a pheromone that communicates that you're scared.
Oh, that's
And certain
wild.
And the
animals can
crowd
pick
is
up on
a
that.
nest of wasps.
100%. The
wild.
Right?
crowd
And
is wasps.
you have to, and I tell people, don't ever underestimate a crowd. Don't ever get so comfortable because it's never in the bag for us. No matter how many times we've done well, it's never in the bag. If this crowd wants to take you over, they will.
Yeah.
All it takes is one boo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Then the motherfucker, we booing? We booing?
Right,
That's what
right.
they're doing. Boo, boo. And you lose. So it's more about crowd control, stage presence, and confidence. The jokes, all of them don't work. You know, but if you stand there in the, in that silence of a joke that don't hit and move on to the next one, people will never, it's seamless.
Yeah.
You stay in the pocket.
That's
100%.
man. We might have to do a part 2 another time
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this
this
is
is
very
dope.
and my last thing is like it's crazy because a lot of comedians have that nerve before they get off on stage. And I know once you get on stage and it start rocking, that's something different. But also there's limits, right? Like 15 minutes ain't shit versus having to do an hour and be the butt of the show. And so it's like those things. It's like staying on stage for that amount of time. It's also certain clubs you go to where they'll have 15 people on and then still want you to do 45 to an hour. You know what I mean? So like all those playing, and I think that playing in my head is where I allow it to get to me sometimes.
creeps.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So yeah, I mean, shit, I understand that too. I mean, it's kind of like a small crowd, and this is crazy because it's like a small crowd versus big crowds. So when I walk in a room, we do shows all over the place, bars,
Yeah.
comedy clubs,
Yeah.
hotels, living rooms. I done did it all. And then you go in there, and I say the one thing that sets me is okay. If I look in the room and it's 12 people, I did a tour, 35 shows over in Australia. My headlining tour over there, and I can remember doing a show
That's
at a
dope.
hotel. It was 2 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And these people, 2 white Australians, this was actually in New Zealand, because it was Australia, New Zealand. They were sitting in the front row. And I said, oh shit. And I told my whole shit like it was 200 people in there. And now I got off the stage, they're like, would you like a beer? I walked right off stage, took a beer, sat with them and talked for 20 minutes. But if I walk in a room and it's not a lot of people, I just be like, I visualize being in the comedy. Shout out my dog, Enz Mitchell.
Yeah.
I take this around the world. I'm not saying that, because Enz put on you go in there and get a real show.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
But it's a smaller room. So when I see rooms, it's like, okay, 30 people in here. I close my eyes. I already visualize what the crowd is going to look like when I walk up there. Boom. All right. I'm about to give them a show like I'm at the Comedy Union. And I say the Comedy Union verbatim, specifically.
Wow.
So to your point, the crowd size and all that, I just make sure I carry the same energy for 2 people that I would for 2,000. They'll sit there and listen. They're like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. He's falling over my feet. It's just us. Why this motherfucker falling over my feet?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I channel that.
I love it, man. Kevin Tate.
Beautiful.
Kevin Tate. Before we take it out and get what you got going on,
Right.
I need some advice to the people, but bad advice only.
Bad advice only.
Yeah.
Do a new set every night. Trust me. Let me tell you. I'm going to convince the shit out of you. Let me tell you. Do a new set every night. You don't want these people think you told the same joke yesterday. Do a new set. Write a new joke every night. Do 10 new jokes every night. Watch how I do you, man. You watch.
Especially when they say network and managers and everybody.
No. When the managers, listen, let me tell you this. When the producers and all Hollywood show up, do your new shit. Do everything you ain't never worked on, because if they find out you did it again, they ain't gonna like it. Don't do nothing that's good. Do the new shit that you figuring out. And when they got the big lights and all the cameras set up, do your new shit. Do everything you ain't worked on.
Kevin Tate, man, let them know
Brilliant.
where they can find you, what you got going on.
Yo, first of all, shout out to you, Chaunte, for having me on here. This is super dope, man. Check for me going back on tour. Make sure you check out my podcast, The Zodiac Show, as well as my special coming and my television show.
Hey.
It's called Trust Issues. I could have stayed single.
Amen.
I cannot wait. Please keep us posted with that. And did you say your socials?
Social media, Kevin Tate is KevinTateis. Make sure y'all follow me on all platforms.
You got to check him out.
Gang, please do.
Where you at?
David Jackson at Original David Jackson on all platforms. We'll be performing with you soon on the road. Check us out. Stay locked in. Tap in.
Hey, you know what it is? Select the Sin Comedy Tour 2026. We are working on shooting a special this year. So catch me at a city near you. I can't even say where I'm going to be next because I don't know when I'm going to drop this. But find me on tour dates, cwayans.com. Find me on all social media platforms at cwayans. This is the joke before the laugh. And once again, it's my main man, Kevin Tate.
David Jackson.
And Chaunte Wayans. Appreciate y'all.
Oh.
Yo,
The Gemini cat.
that was hard, man. Yo, definitely gonna get a conversation, man. Damn, y'all done juiced me. I feel like I just lost 10 pounds, man. I feel like I data dumped a little bit, man.